Welcome, people of the planet Earth. We are the Wrestling Marks here again. If you watched our introduction video, then you probably know who we are and you know what to expect. If you didn't, go check that out. Link in the description or on our channel. If you don't want to watch that and you just want to watch because of the topic, then that's fine. As always, I am Giovanni, and
Alvin?
this is Alvin. And once again, he sounds ecstatic to be here. So we're gonna be basically talking about NXT for our May 8th, 2014. Um, so I do not have anything in order of what matches went on. I believe the first match was it
It
Charlotte
was
versus
Emma.
Emma?
Emma.
Yeah, Charlotte versus Emma. For the advancement in the NXT
Yes, it,
Women's
it was
title
first
tournament.
round um,
Mm-hmm.
between Emma and Charlotte. And um, for my thoughts here, I think it was an alright match until the end. I was just. I didn't really get that. You know, you go from. Emma has gone a long way from NXT, and just seeing her now, it just disappoints me.
Yeah.
Um, I think the Pink Cobra is retarded. I, I think the Pink Cobra should be thrown in the fireplace. I just, and then, okay, you know, it was a good match, and okay, you look at Emma, and, you know, probably like 2 months ago, I think it was NXT Arrival, and it was Emma versus Paige, and that was probably one of the best Divas matches we've had in a long time. And then you look where Paige is now, and you would think that Emma would be in the same position as Paige, but you fucking team her up with Santino, and that doesn't get you anywhere. Look where she is now. She has a pink cobra as her finisher instead of the Emma lock. Um, she still has the same gimmick, bubbles and dancing.
Yes.
I think her gimmick is entertaining. I think it's really fun. But where she is now, it's ridiculous. She lost the first round, and coming out of this match, I kind of thought Emma was. I thought Emma was gonna win the whole tournament in general, but she loses the first round to Charlotte. And okay, what are your thoughts, Gio?
I agree about the whole Emma situation. There's nothing positive that can happen to your career if you get thrown in with Santino Marella, the same guy who has this goofy Italian accent. He used to dress up as a woman, and he uses a cobra for his finisher, which you don't even understand how much I hate that move. Like, oh, so you just get poked in the chest by some guy with a freaking sock on his arm, and that makes you able to be knocked out for a 3 count. That's dumb. And then when they put it on Emma, I really honestly didn't like Emma in the first place. So putting a pink female cobra on her and putting her with Santina Morella did not help my liking for her. And something that WWE could do to win my liking or anyone else who doesn't like her, get her away from Santino and put her as a singles diva competitor. Because like you said, Paige is Divas champion. They were in a match at NXT
Yeah, and
Rival, and that was a great match. But Emma is over here absolutely doing basically nothing but being a comedy act. Not really wrestling as much as she probably should be with Santino. And I no, I didn't think that she was gonna win the whole thing anyways because of the fact that she's on the main rosters. I think they'll give the championship to someone who has not been on the main roster. That's why I was not very surprised when she lost. I was just surprised at the roll up because it looked like she was supposed to kick out. And I mean, if she did, that would have been a better match, I think, because it would have been longer. But of course, she did not. She supposedly got the 3 count on Emma. Charlotte got the 3 count.
Off the Charlotte's Web,
Off
as
the Charlotte's
Tensai called it.
Web, is Tensai
Yes,
called it?
that's what Tensai called it.
So a roll up for Charlotte has a
Has a name, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So we ended off with the Charlotte's Web
Charlotte
for
Web.
the 3 count.
What kind of? If that's not in the next WWE game, I'm gonna be upset. I want the Charlotte's Web. Said no one ever. That's a roll up. That's what I'm gonna call it. It was a damn roll up after what Emma hit the Cobra on Sasha Banks, and then
She flies off the apron.
she flies off the apron and then Charlotte rolls up Emma and
It's the Charlotte's Web.
gets a weird pin
Yes.
and then advances to face. That was later, anyways. Was
Yeah.
it, or did that happen right after? No, I think that happened later.
Yeah.
I didn't really like that match. I predicted Charlotte to win though, like last NXT, and I've never even seen her wrestle, and I was just like, oh, I think Charlotte's gonna beat Emma for sure, and she did. So I guess I got that right.
Alright, so we come off of that match, and we go into where they announce the Battle Royal. It's basically a 20-man Battle Royal to face Adrian Neville at NXT Takeover. And, after that, we have a tag team match between... it was... I think it was interesting. It was... at first, I thought it was... Okay. 2 guys came out, and they're called the Legionnaires, I think. They look really generic, and they didn't make a good impression for me at all. And then it was actually the debut of Kalisto, or just Kalisto, and Ella Coy, I think.
Look how.
AKA Ricardo Rodriguez. And this was, nothing special. It was mostly just to get a first look of Kalisto, which is, I'm actually a big fan of Kalisto, coming off of this match. He impressed me the first time I saw him, and it was, the match was nothing. It was just, El Local getting squashed the whole match, and hot tag. Kalisto comes in, and big crossbody, and and Kalisto finishes. I don't even know the guy's name.
Yeah, I don't know the guy. I didn't even know their tag team name.
It was the Legionnaires. They, and then Kalisto, he handstands and bounces himself off the ropes and hits
hold on a second.
Like a roundhouse kick.
Hold on a second. He did not handstand. That is what impressed me the most in that match. His hands did not touch the mat when he did that.
Really?
Really. He just flipped, touched the ropes, bounced off. And I was like, holy shit, he did not even touch. Because usually luchadors, they use their hands and they handstand. But this guy did not do that. I was like, whoa, that's impressive.
Alright. And then, he just, I guess headstand and off the ropes and hit a roundhouse kick, like Trouble in Paradise, something like that. And Kalisto and El Locoy get the win, and it was not really for anybody but Kalisto because it was his first match, and I think El Locoy and Kalisto are actually. I think they could actually be a good tag team to go up against the current tag team champions, the Ascensions. I don't think they could win. Actually, I do think they could win. I do think they have potential, but I feel like they would just get jobbed out in the end. But Okay, what did you think about this match?
Yeah, I agreed that it was mainly for Kalisto. El Local, Ricardo Rodriguez, still using the name El Local, which is just the local, which in wrestling it's just the local wrestler that they'll hire to do the job for a guy they're trying to get over. So, I mean, it really got me upset when I saw Rodriguez because I follow him on Twitter. He's always talking about how he's training, how he's learning new moves and this and that. I'm just like, they didn't use him then, like. And when I saw him, I was like, oh, that's cool. He's here, but he's under the name The Local, which isn't really the greatest name, English or Spanish. Like, you could add it in Spanish and you still know what it means, The Local. So I think they should just, if they're going to use them in a tag team, they should really change his name to what he used to use, which I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what it was, but, like, starts with a C. Not that much. But it was a good squash match, I'd like to say.
Good squash match.
First, it was El Local getting squashed, and then it was whoever the hell the other guys were getting squashed. But it was a good match. It impressed me. I was on Kalisto's side, and it kind of really irritated me when what's her name? I know her name, but I can't.
Renee Young.
Renee Young. Renee Young was like super pointing out, oh, Locale is getting dominated. And then Kalisto comes in and she's like, whoa, I'm really on Team Kalisto.
Oh yeah, I heard
Like,
that too.
why
Yeah.
didn't they just put him in a singles match? Like, you're basically burying... I mean, you can't bury a guy more when his name is El Local, but you're burying Ricardo Rodriguez. And the other guys, too, so...
Well, it's not like the other guys were anything special, anyways. But you know,
Was it their debut, too?
I'm not sure, but I honestly don't even care. You know, they're so generic. They come out with like
Did they
European
even show their
flag.
entrance? I don't even think they
Yes,
showed
they
their
did.
entrance.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, I guess I missed it.
Um, they look really generic. They came out with a flag.
Really?
Um, I could really care less about them, but you know, I'm actually talking about them.
I hate guys who come out with flags. I don't care where you're from. Generic, like, countryman gimmicks, really, this has been done a million times. You're French and you have a French gimmick and you come out with a French flag, that's been done. You're Italian, you come out with the Italian flag, that's been done. You're American, you come out with American flag or American tights, it's been done a bunch of times. Just ask Kurt Angle and Jack Swagger and Tony Cesaro, who's not even American.
And Hulk Hogan.
And Hulk Hogan, yeah. Hulk Hogan, too. Yeah.
And Sergeant
Sergeant
Slaughter.
Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter. Well, actually, Sergeant Slaughter's like gimmick was like the start of it all. Of,
True.
you know,
I
the
think
flags.
so. Well, I don't know, because Hulk Hogan was kind of the same. Hulk Hogan was like, what you gonna do, brother? America. You know, so his theme song, I mean, proves it enough. But they're probably like the first two guys who were really... Oh, and Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper, yeah.
He debuted
Roddy Piper.
as Scottish with a Scottish accent, and then suddenly it disappears, but he's still wearing a kilt. Okay.
I love the kill.
I mean, no one can do it better than Roddy, but yeah. So anyways, that match was good. Impressed me with Kalisto. I wish they would have let Ricardo show his talents, his skills, what he's been doing in his training, because I follow him on Twitter, and hearing that he's been training and learning new moves and then seeing him just get his ass handed to him backwards, frontwards, sideways, any kind of way is just like, what? Why? Why do you do this? So, yeah, that was a good match for Kalisto.
Alright. And then, go on to the next segment, and then we have... They basically show a replay of last week where Camacho attacks one of Adam Rose's, you know, party gals or whatever.
It was a guy, actually.
Yeah, I said gal, whatever. Okay, and then you know Camacho, you know, he attacks him, he backs up, and he smiles. But I kind of want to say something about Camacho. I don't like him. I don't think he should be in NXT as right now, like like when I think of Camacho, I think of the guy who's behind Hunico's bike. And that's not good. And I think WWE should really consider doing something with Camacho because I see no potential in him at all. You know, like every time I think of him, I just think of Hunico and the guy behind his bike. You know,
That
and I think his wrestling is really not even that good. It's really just generic, and so enough of Camacho. We come into this match. It was Camacho versus Captain Comic, actually, Captain Comic, and it was basically a squash match of Camacho beating his ass, the whole time. And I thought it was really funny when the crowd was chanting "Nacho Libre."
yeah, that
I was
was
laughing
hilarious.
so
I
hard.
was like, oh man, this crowd.
But Camacho he was pulling off the most basic moves, and he won off a power slam. And that's it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Ooh, Camacho, Camacho, Camacho. I agree when you say the whole Unico thing, because, I mean, he still has the same, cholo, jeans, tank top kind of deal going on, like cholo, Mexican. He has the
Like
same music before. I think if they sent him in NXT, they should have reestablished him, changed his character, not made him still be Camacho. But I think that match was honestly ridiculous.
yeah,
Like
I feel like it has no potential. I think okay, it does nothing for Camacho, and it does
I
nothing for Adam Rose.
I
Honestly,
disagree. I disagree, and I'll talk about that a little later. But Camacho, yeah, he just owned Captain Comic. Captain Comic was basically El Local. They should have called him Captain Local.
Captain Loco. Okay.
But I guess, I mean, when you're on the Exotic Express 24/7, you don't have much time to learn how to fight unless you're Adam Rose. So, and that was actually a really good costume for a guy that is just a background partier.
Yeah, he actually looks like a legit Mexican wrestler, aka
Yeah,
Nacho
yeah,
Libre.
yeah. He could be, especially Mexican wrestling. There's a lot of weird costumes and weird names. Captain Comic would fit right in. Camacho, not so much.
Camacho wouldn't fit
But
anywhere, honestly. But except for Hunico's back bike. But okay.
yeah, the lowrider bike. Oh my god. uh, Camacho to Unico was basically his Virgil. He would just drive him down to wherever he wanted to, but on a bike, not in a fancy limousine. But
And there's just making faces oh.
yeah, if I saw that, if I was a wrestler and I saw that coming down the ramp, I would be like, who
Yeah.
booked this? Who made this happen? Because this is not intimidating to me at all. Like there's Buff Cholo, not even riding it. He was kind of just dragging his feet down the ramp while he sat on the bike, and Unico was on the back of the bike. SmackDown, why do you do? I saw Unico live. I saw that live. I saw that happen live. That ride down the
Oh my
ramp,
god. Oh god.
and it was
Um.
so funny. It was so that was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
But
That was ridiculous.
after that match, I believe we had another semifinals
Well,
for
actually, before that, they
was it
actually
semifinals?
had yeah, it was they actually had mini promos. It was like a
Oh
short
yeah, yeah, that's true.
um when my first initial reaction when I saw like um Alexa Bliss, yeah. When I first saw her, I was like, literally, what the fuck is Like I was expecting like a tough girl, bitchy blonde, and she's like she's like Tinkerbell come to wrestling.
That yeah.
And honestly, I don't even know why Alicia Fox is there. I think she has.
She was just a filler. They were like,
Yeah,
oh, let's see, who can we put in here, but someone that's not too big, so we don't ruin their career, but someone that's
because
not small. So well,
she's not on Raw anyways, except for like jobbing to Paige. But um,
except for jobbing to Paige, yes. Hello, I'm Alicia Fox. I professionally jobbed to Paige. Yeah, but
okay.
that match between Alicia Fox and Alexa Bliss, who made her debut on NXT in the, I don't think it was the semifinals, it's the quarter semifinals. Like,
Yeah.
does that make sense? But so I did not
Oh,
know who Alexa Bliss was before, and I wish I
oh,
didn't.
she's actually a newcomer, but
Yeah,
um,
I didn't know who she was before, and I'm kind of sad that I know her now, because she's really like, oh my god, glitter. She looked like a cheerleader. She
yeah,
was
she
like
really
dressed like a
did.
cheerleader. Glitter. She like blew glitter out of her hands. And then
Her entrance, I thought that was so corny. I
it
swear to God,
was it was
it
the
was
corniest thing ever. And then they had their match, which it was I
it was
mean,
um it was basically Alicia Fox squashing her. No, a
and
lot of
then
squash matches, you know.
yeah, there is a lot of just one-sided matches here. So she was
um,
basically like dominating the match, and then Alexa Bliss gets a roll
you
up,
know,
the second
yeah,
roll up of the night,
yeah, like
in a
tutorial
Divas
small
match.
package, and she gets the win, and then
What I noticed is that she was bleeding from her mouth a little, but I didn't know why because my attention span kind of shortened down, so I kind of just looked away from the screen for a second, and by the next time I turned around, I saw her in a small package, and then she won. And then I saw blood in her mouth, and I was like, what did I miss?
she okay, and then she has that sparkle theme, and she goes up to the stage, and you still see those like freaking sparkles on the ground,
Yeah.
and it's
They
just
showed a replay of it
she's like yeah, they actually showed a replay of that,
in
and
slow motion.
I thought that
So,
was actually really funny,
so
but
Emma has bubbles, and Alexa Bliss has glitter.
yeah, it's pretty much.
Oh, wow. They're really trying to get the child
It's like
demographic.
there's gonna be like a Santino stable,
Oh god. They
and
just
then
have a group of these people with a
like she
group of cobras. Good.
like a literally like cobra. I could just imagine that. Oh my god,
Whew,
a
okay.
cobra that like blows out like freaking sparkles.
When she hits you, sparkles just explode against your head.
I'm
Just
like, oh my
just sparkles everywhere.
god.
Oh
I
god.
could just so imagine that. And then
Yes.
okay, so
The semifinals will be Sasha Banks versus Natalia, and Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte, which is gonna be very interesting. Isn't that the title match scheduled for Takeover, right? Or
yeah,
yeah,
for
okay.
the whole thing.
So that's just beautiful. We're gonna see Sasha Banks and Charlotte possibly face each other, the BFFs
The BFFs.
minus Summer Rae.
Summer Rae, was she even on the tournament?
No, she wasn't, but she was a BFF definitely.
Oh, well, yeah, because she's out, sucking directors' dicks and getting into movie roles.
God. Okay. This is getting
Okay, and
out of
then we,
hand.
Alexa wins off the small package, and that's it.
And
And then
then
we go into
the main event.
Adrian Neville,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
Okay, I'm getting
yeah,
ahead of myself.
and he just talks about like he respects who wins the battle royal no matter what, because he winning the battle royal actually just automatically earns his respect, and that's about it.
So key to Adrian Neville's respect: just win a battle royal for his championship, and then
Yeah,
he'll respect you greatly. He won't like you, but he'll respect you.
pretty
So,
much. So
what's the thing with WWE and battle royals lately? There's been a lot of battle royals lately. There's the Battle Royal Mania. There's a Battle
United
Royal
States
for the U.S.
Championship.
Championship. Now there's a Battle Royal for the number one contendership for the NXT Championship. 20-man Battle Royal. 20 was also the number for the U.S. Championship. Only 10 away from what happened at Mania. So I guess they're starting to like Battle Royals. I like
Pretty
them.
much.
They're unpredictable. It makes me
They
just
are actually.
it makes me super like anxious when my pick is hanging off the ropes. I'm just like, no, what's going on? Don't do this to me. But
Okay. Okay, and then we go into this battle royal, and like, freaking 15 superstars are in there, and then you have the main guys come out last, which was okay. I kind of don't understand why Mojo Rawley got his own entrance.
yeah, I
I kind of
because
want to talk about
I
Mojo
mean
Rawley.
like if you're gonna be hype, they gotta show some hypeness, you
Yeah,
know?
you gotta show some hype before the. I honestly okay. I honestly don't even like Mojo Rawley. I think he's so ridiculous. I think he's like super like his look doesn't even like fit him. Like, have you seen his finisher? It's basically Naomi's girl bye,
Yeah,
or not
yeah.
girl bye,
No,
like the
not
butt
no.
finisher, the butt to the face.
No, that's Cameron's
Yeah,
finisher.
that's
It's the
Cameron.
booty
Yeah,
bump, I think it's called.
the booty bump.
Yeah,
I
booty
think
bump.
that's so ridiculous for a guy. And
I mean, he's too hype, man. What else is he gonna do? Only hype people booty bump. So, makes sense.
coming into this battle royal, I heard it was so stupid. It was so ridiculous. I think it was Renee Young. She was like, last week, Brodus Clay was extinct from Adrian Neville. And I was just like, are you serious? And
And then look who's in the battle royal.
Brodus Clay, and he's basically like the Big Show. Like, oh,
Yeah.
there's a giant. Go look out
That-
for that giant. And
the funniest thing about battle royal is like if you're a big guy in a battle royal, you're basically gonna be teamed up on
yeah,
one way or
like
another, whether it works or not. Which is what happened to Mr. Brodus Clay. I'm pretty sure
like
he was the first one, right?
no, he wasn't. It was like
Oh.
it was like later on, but
Hmm.
it was like by 15 superstars, and
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. And then they all team up on him to get him eliminated. He looks like he's hanging on. Gets kicked, falls off.
there was
So
actually this one spot where Xavier Woods was, he was getting like super hyped, and then he just like clotheslines the guy over the top rope, and
and
he
goes over
falls.
with him, yes.
Yeah, I
I
think that
was
was.
just in that moment. I was just thinking about Mick Foley and the cactus clothesline,
Yeah, yeah, and
and I was waiting for a tweet from Mick Foley talking about, "Oh, he used the cactus clothesline." Never happened. So,
I gotta say, another funny thing that happened in the match was the crowd was chanting Yoshi Tatsu like most of the match, and I thought that was super funny. And then later on, Bo Dallas actually eliminated Bo Dallas, right? I mean, yeah,
Bo
no, I
Dallas
mean, yeah,
eliminated
Bo
Bo
Dallas,
Dallas.
yeah,
Yes.
and he got like major heat for that. And then Tyson Kidd eliminated him, and thank you Tyson chant startup. There goes Bo Dallas, and
Bo Dallas.
we basically have three guys in the ring. It was Tyler Breeze, Sami Zayn, and Tyson Kidd. And honestly, I thought it was just gonna be rather Tyson Kidd or Sami Zayn winning, but it was actually a really cool spot that we've not seen for a while, and I think it was the perfect time. And
It was good.
okay, so Sami Zayn goes for his Aluva kick, but Tyler Breeze ducks, and there goes Sami Zayn. He's like outside, hanging on the top rope. He's like trying to grab on, and then Tyson Kidd was like on the ground, and he gets up. He tries to like clothesline Tyler Breeze over the top rope, but Tyler Breeze sees it coming, throws him over the top rope, and Sami Zayn and Tyson Kidd are like in the same position. No homo, but and then I think I believe it was Tyson Kidd who did like a Hurricane Rana to Tyler Breeze to like throw him over the top rope.
I think it was Sami Zayn.
I think it was I think it
Yeah.
was Sami Zayn.
And then because of that, all three of them
They all
fall
fell
outside
down.
of the ring. And
Okay, and then I thought this was really funny. They chanted starting JBL, and then oh, Triple H comes out, of course.
yeah, I was
And
like, isn't JBL supposed to be the general manager?
but
Why is Triple H coming out?
Triple H, he shoves JBL out of the way. I could just imagine that, like, JBL, get on my face. And he just like comes
He's
out.
like, Triple H, you want me to go out there and clear this all up? Get out of my face.
And then of course Triple H has to be in the show. And then it's taped because he still has
Yeah, he
that
still
sore
has that
throat.
raspy voice like he had on Monday Night Raw.
In that Evolution promo, which is horrible, by the way. And then he, he's basically a face in NXT. I'm guessing, because he's like, they know what's best for business,
They
and what do you
know
guys
what's
do? What do
best
you
for
guys want?
business. Next
uh,
week, we'll have a triple threat to determine the #1 contender for the NXT Championship. So, he announced a triple threat match for next week, which is May the 15th.
yeah,
The Tyson Kidd, Sami Zayn, and Tyler Breeze for the NXT #1 contender championship spot. Which I'm excited to see, and I don't know who to choose. I don't know who's my pick for that.
I'm kind of basing my opinion off the facts that has happened. Um, we haven't really gotten like a full match between Corey Graves and Sami Zayn, and if you didn't know, they were actually like feuding before.
Yeah.
So I feel like Sami Zayn is out of the picture. I don't think they'll give Sami Zayn the NXT Championship just yet. I feel like they're gonna like give it to when there's like a good wrestler heel champion. I feel like that's when Sami Zayn is gonna come in and finally take the championship. I feel like I think it would be great if WWE actually had Sami Zayn face for his NXT career, you could say, against for the championship. I feel like that would be a good idea. If Sami Zayn loses in that match and then he goes to the main roster, I feel like that would be good. So,
That makes a lot of sense. That's a really
yeah.
good idea.
And then, so Sami Zayn's out of the picture, and I feel like Tyler Breeze is out of the picture too, because I don't think, you look back on NXT Arrival, and there's like a lot of changes, and Tyler Breeze was just jobbing to Alexander. Oh, I'm sorry, not Alexander Rusev. I mean Rusev now. He just jobbed to Rusev.
Rusev, they removed the
Yes,
Alexander?
yes. If you didn't know,
Really? I did not hear of this. This is breaking news. Breaking news. This just in. Alexander Rusev drops the Alexander part of his name. I did not know that. Are you
yeah.
serious? Who is
So
he? Antonio Cesaro?
pretty much, and Biggie likes it. I mean Biggie.
Big E. Don't say the one thing.
Yeah, I don't know who Biggie Langston is. I just know Big E.
He's probably just a wannabe.
Pretty much. So I feel like Tyson Kidd could win potentially, especially against Adrian Neville. Um, I feel like Adrian Neville and Tyson Kidd need. I don't think they need like a stipulation, but I feel like they just need something like to add to their match, because when I just think of Tyson Kidd versus Adrian Neville, I just don't think that's like something to get really excited about. Like you look back on Bo Dallas versus Adrian Neville in a ladder match, and then you go to Tyson Kidd, and I feel like Tyson Kidd and Adrian Neville like need something to spark that fire. So I feel like Tyson Kidd is gonna win the triple threat based off the facts. And okay, what do you think?
I actually, I don't, I
You
don't
don't, you know,
know. I
you
really
don't
don't
know.
know. Like, because Tyson Kidd, he's been on the main roster, and I feel like if you're gonna give a guy that's been on the main roster the NXT Championship, that kind of is like a downgrade. But I mean, it makes sense for him to be in NXT, I guess. But I would not see him going against Adrian Neville for the championship. Sami Zayn, the whole thing with Corey Graves too. I mean, that really hasn't happened too much recently. Kind of smallly
Faded
happened.
away. Yeah,
But I
but
believe they could possibly do a mix-up where he distracts him or attacks him during the match or something. And Tyler Breeze, yeah, Alexander Rusev at Arrival was just...
I mean, Rusev.
it wasn't even a match. That was not even a
I mean,
match. It was
Rusev.
just a segment, I guess.
Yeah, it was
But
just like a squash
out of the
without
three,
match.
I think I would choose. I think I would choose Sami Zayn because there's always the possibility that they could do the Corey Graves storyline if he wins the NXT Championship, which might not happen. But if he does, there's the possibility of, you know, him going at it with Corey Graves. So I've got Sami Zayn for next week in the triple threat. You have Tyson Kidd.
Yes, I have Tyson Kidd.
Watch
And
Tyler Breeze win, and both of us be wrong.
we just oh my god, we're just like dumbfounded. Okay,
That would be horrible. So
that would be horrible. But actually, not Tyson. I mean, Tyler Breeze is actually really talented.
yeah, I like the whole character because, I mean, who
like
the
he
hell walks
like,
down the ramp taking a selfie with it being plastered behind
but
him?
like the faces he makes, like you can tell, you can tell, like he loves his gimmick like so much.
He's just like pouting while he struts down the ramp, holding
And I
the
actually like
iPhone up
his
to his face.
I actually like his finisher too. Like and the name, the beauty shot. I think that's
They should just call it the selfie.
the selfie. It's
His new
like.
theme song should be selfie. But first, let me take a selfie.
Oh my god! Could you just imagine, like, freaking Tyler Breeze picking up his phone, taking a selfie, and then just like hitting the beauty shot, and then taking a selfie while pinning the guy? That'd be amazing.
That's perfect. That's amazing. That is gold right there. So if he so happens to win, I mean I guess. Like I said, I'm really tied up between the three of them. I don't know who. This is one of the things that like those matches where I feel like I know he's gonna win, and then there's matches like this where I'm like, I don't know who would win. Like what would happen in that situation? I don't know, but so that's happening next week, the May 15th, and meanwhile May 29th, NXT will have their second live show on the network, exclusively on the WWE Network. Not really though. NXT Takeover, which was announced by Triple H a few weeks ago. I want to say.
And not JBL.
Not JBL, which is like, if you're gonna call him the general manager, make him do something other than strip the title off of Paige. Strip something else off of Paige if you're the GM, please. I mean, what? So Takeover. So, from what is going on right now, what matches do you expect from Takeover?
I actually expect I actually think Tyson Kidd is gonna go against Adrian Neville. I think it would be great if they had like I don't want to say a ladder match because they had it last year. I mean, not last year, but last NXT pay-per-view. And I think they should have. I think it'd be best if they had like maybe a 2 out of 3 falls match, or falls count anywhere would be great. Something like that. They just need something to spark that fire, because I know these guys are both like phenomenal wrestlers, but like I know they could put up a really good match, but like I want something that could be like really long, and to keep me entertained the whole time. And so Tyson Kidd versus Adrian Neville is one. Maybe Sami Zayn versus Corey Graves. If Corey Graves ever returns, or if he returns next week, um, yeah, it's kind of sad to see Sami Zayn go from Cesaro to Corey Graves, but I guess it's just to keep Sami Zayn in NXT for a while. Because, you have, like, guys like Adam Rose and Bo Dallas leaving already. And those guys were, I think, top guys. And, you had Bray Wyatt before, and he left. Cesaro's gone. He has nothing else to do there. Even though he's still in the intro for some reason.
You know why? You know why?
What?
Because his manager, Paul Heyman's
Oh, God. Just shut up. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. None of that.
I think the Ascensions will go up against Kalisto and El Lacoy, and I know that's too early to say, but I feel like that's what WWE always does. They win a couple matches and then just throw them in there. I think maybe Natalia will win the tournament. But I think he'll go last. I mean, the finals. I think it'll be Natalia versus maybe one of the BFFs like Charlotte or Sasha Banks.
Well, that can't happen because it can't happen with Sasha Banks because.
I'm sorry, I forgot about that. So probably Natalia versus Charlotte would be the match, and I think probably Natalia would win, because she can't win the Divas Championship for some reason. So why not just like give her the NXT Women's Championship? And I kind of find it funny how they could give Paige in her debut the Divas Championship, but they can't give Natalia like one fair shot at it. Like how many times has she won it? Like. Twice? I think once.
I would think maybe twice. Maybe.
Probably twice, yeah. Like, I remember when she was feuding with Late Cool.
Oh,
and now they're just like she's in the Heart Dungeon, and they're just treating her like shit. I think, like, the things they've done for her, they're just so dumb. Like, remember, like, the gimmicks, like, Natalia has had before?
Oh, God, she was with the Great Khali.
Great Khali, the farting.
She was farting like 24/7.
Like backstage.
Oh, God, poor Natty.
And she was like, and now she's in Total Divas.
It's funny that none of those Total Divas are getting any championships.
Then Paige comes out of nowhere.
Wouldn't you think that the Divas champion would be on a show about divas of the WWE? I mean, I would only guess.
I'm really glad that they didn't give the Divas Championship to the Total Divas, but I would have been cool with like Natalia winning that Divas Championship. But I think at one point Naomi was supposed to win it, and thank God she got injured.
Oh yeah, when her eye, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say like I don't want it to be like, oh, thank God she got injured and never. Like, I know that's what I just said, but I mean, like, it's pretty much faith.
Don't thank God. Don't thank God. Just thank Oksana and her knee.
Thank you, Oksana. Like, Oksana, like, I know everybody hates you, but I love you.
Ew.
I would fook you all day. I mean, what? Okay, so what do you think the matches?
I agree on one of those things for the NXT Women's Championship, and that's that Sasha Banks will be in it. But I don't think that. Well, actually, I messed up. I think Charlotte will be in it. I mean, but I do not think that Natalia will. I think Sasha Banks will, The BFFs are gonna have to go against each other, and maybe they're either gonna break up or they're gonna pull a late cool where they uh,
They split the
co-champions.
championship.
They're the co-champions and they just break it in half. I don't think they would break it in half. Maybe they just share it and just hold it together. That's a possibility because WWE does reuse storylines. But
That's actually a really good idea. What
but
if like what if wait, what if the BFFs like came into Raw and they just like they ripped the freaking the women's championship in front of Paige and they just attack Paige and then they steal the Divas championship. Oh my, I don't know. Like I feel like they should do something with Paige since NXT is taking over like right now, and I
maybe
think
that's why
it's
the pay-per-view NXT Takeover.
yeah, it's like it's like you don't see Adam Rose wrestling a lot, or not yet. I mean, you don't see Bo Dallas wrestling that much, and I think more like maybe like 25% of people who watch Raw and don't watch NXT would actually watch NXT Takeover. Um, and I think a lot of people have been more interested in NXT now ever since Arrival, which is phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, Arrival caught
Um,
my attention.
yeah, so, but go on.
So I think Sasha and Charlotte are gonna face off to either split up or be co-champion. To either split up or split the championship. Um, I think that Camacho will face Adam Rose. That's
Oh
why
yeah.
earlier when you said this does not work for Camacho, does not work for Adam Rose, I said, well, I disagree with that. We'll talk about it later. That's what I mean. I think they're gonna face each other because makes sense. I guess
I
they
mean,
wouldn't
no,
be doing this for no reason. So I
well, I
think
mean, like, I see where you're coming from, but I mean, like, in general, like, what does that do? Like, it doesn't like raise their popularity. It's just for Adam Rose, to make Camacho job, and then Camacho could go back to like Hunico's van again, or the back of his van, living there.
why do you think that they live in vans? Why are you suspecting that?
Well, they're because they have to get a life, right? I mean, just think of their theme and just think of
Unico
that.
changed. All right, he had a change of heart, and he
What are you
decided
talking about? Hunico just had a fight with Sheamus backstage. If you didn't hear about that,
like real fight, like IRL.
like yeah, legit, like a legit fight.
Wow, is
Like
that why we haven't
Hunico,
seen of Sin Cara lately?
no, he's just a jobber. But
Oh.
you know what's funny? It actually said Hunico, like he got the upper hand over Sheamus,
Damn.
which is I thought I was laughing at that.
Well, Sheamus probably was just thinking smart and was like, I'm not gonna fight this guy because I'm not gonna be the blame for this.
he was probably like trying to push him off, going for the bro kick.
Get off me, fella!
Get off me, fella. He's just like screaming, like beating his chest.
He's like, fella, get off me!
Hunico just like runs at him and like freaking tackles him down. and, like,
I
and
never
he
heard
just
of that.
rides
See,
off.
I'm just being so shocked right now. First I hear that there's no Alexander and Rusev. Now I'm hearing that Sheamus and Unigo got at it and backstage and fought. That's, we should do these more often just so you could tell me the news. So, yeah, I think it will be Camacho versus Adam Rose because, I mean, don't be a lemon
Be a
and
roadblock.
don't ride lowrider bikes.
And suck on lollipops all day.
Yeah, no, you had to suck on lollipops all day. Be a rosebud. Do not be a lemon. Don't ride lowrider bikes. Be a rosebud. So, I think that will happen. Um, maybe we'll see. I mean, Adrian Neville versus Sami Zayn was my pick. Sami Zayn for the triple threat. So maybe we'll see them against each other for the NXT Championship based on what I said earlier. That would be a good match, I think, because they're both really. I mean, Adrian Neville does a lot of high flying moves. Sami Zayn's really fast wrestler, coming from around the world, knowing a whole bunch of different styles. So I think that would be a really fun match to watch if it happens. If not, if Sami Zayn loses, then I would expect Sami Zayn versus Corey Graves. Um, so yeah, that's all
What do you
really.
think about? Wait, what do you think about the tag team championships?
Tag team championships. I do not think that Kalisto and El Local will get a chance at them,
Well,
just
it's
because Kalisto's basically holding him on his back and running with him.
I mean, like that was Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara, but
Well,
just
yeah,
saying.
that's true. So I mean, yeah. So
I actually don't like what they're doing with the Ascensions right now. Like it's nice to like I get that WWE just makes like the heel's job the other guy, but like they've been doing that for like way too long. Like they did it against I think it was Too Cool at Arrival.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and
it
they
was.
just literally job, and I think they should actually have like at least a long match where like they just don't squash them. Like, and I'm still saying this now because I've been waiting for Kalisto to get in the WWE. Um, have I ever showed you? Yeah, I did show you that video um of that video where he was in that tag team match, and it was in like in the Indies. Like, did I show you that?
I don't recall.
Like, I'll show you later. But he was in that match, and um, like that really like got him up to the bar where like he wanted to be. So like Kalisto is like I'm rooting for him. No, I'm like Renee Young. I'm on Team Kalisto.
Yeah, you are on Team Kalisto. You're on Team Kalisto while I'm off of Team Kalisto and El Local. Maybe if they change Ricardo's name and actually let him wrestle rather than just get his ass beat, I'll be like, oh, that's good. But as of now, from what I've seen with Kalisto and El Local, I'd rather see Kalisto in a singles match on NXT Takeover than in a tag match.
Yeah. So that was probably it, right? The whole
Yeah, I
show
think so.
was.
That was the show.
I think it was
NXT.
like an average show. It was just to hype up next
I
week.
give it a 7.5 out of 10
I'd probably give the same.
because there
It
was
was average. It was average. There was good, but some bad. Some things that
good
I
and
disagreed
bad.
with.
There's good and bad in everything that happens in the WWE.
All right.
So
So that was our NXT review of May 9th, 2014. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
May 8th actually.
May 8th, I'm sorry. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you tune in next week for the next review. We're going to do concert reviews of mostly Raw and NXT.
Because
And
that's all we watch.
and maybe TNA if you ever get into it. But
Eventually, maybe if I get into TNA, I'd probably do that alone. Because I know
mm,
you probably wouldn't get into TNA.
I,
Maybe.
I would get into TNA. I'm
Oh.
still into TNA actually, but
I would probably watch TNA after Thursday, like
yeah, I'd
on
probably watch like
Friday
the
or
day after.
Saturday.
Yeah.
But
So
definitely that can happen. So,
mm,
this concludes.
yes. Okay. So, believe and
Believe in
don't
Vodalis.
ride on low rider bikes.
Don't don't ride on lowrider bikes. Be a rosebud. Don't be Camacho. Be a rosebud.